My brothers and sisters, today we are still in the book of Titus because, as you know, we're working our way through the Bible and we're now in the book of Titus, and there would have been 6 verses. So we are now reading Titus chapter 2, verse 2. Instruct the older men to be sober, sensible, and self-controlled, to be sound in their faith, love, and endurance. And I wrote, this was an interesting verse that painted a picture of what older men should be like. Is there anything else that you would wish to add to this description? When we think of our men and we think of the influence that they have and have had from their younger days, we know that there are many men who are mentors and role models, many men who have been fathers to their own children and to many other people's children. There have been men who have been in positions of leadership in civic organizations, in government, in the church, who have made a tremendous difference in the lives of many people and in the direction of our nation. And so now, as we consider these qualities, let us see what we think about them as qualities, and then let us think of any that we might add to the list that's in this letter. First of all, he talks about being sober. And we know that can mean being serious in some situations, but it can also mean not getting drunk. And so one of the things that we want to make sure is that every one of our citizens has an opportunity to be free of any and every addiction. And so we're praying that our older men in particular will be able to break loose from any habits that are not healthy or helpful, so that they may be in a position to be a mentor and role model. Secondly, he talks about being sensible. And of course, this does not necessarily mean educated, because you can have educated fools, as they say. But to be sensible, I would think, means persons who know how to reason, who comprehend, who have thoughts that are helpful for other people, who are able to be realistic, back to our yesterday's talk, and yet who also are hopeful. So they're sensible. They give wise counsel. They may be street smart. They may be very experienced, and they have come to some wise conclusions about life and living. So we would call them sensible. And then there is self-controlled. Of course, we know that there are persons, many persons who have challenges with their temper and who have addictions of other kinds, as we've mentioned, where it's hard to say no to certain things. And so we are asking and praying for our men, but particularly our older men, to be able to be self-controlled, to be able to set an example, to be able to model what it is to know how to say no, how far to go, when to remove oneself from situations that are not helpful. And then it goes on to be sound in their faith. So we're wanting our men to be strong in their faith and to be faithful and to live according to their godly principles. And then it goes on to love. And that can mean many things, but I'm presuming that as a fatherly figure, that they will show what it is to love their wives and love their children, and what it is to love their country and love their faith and love their work. And whatever it is, when we say love, I presume it means to have that warmth, to have that interest, that caring spirit, And of course, when it comes to relationships, to have learned over time how to be thoughtful and sensitive and to know what hurts people's feelings and to think twice before making decisions or pursuing actions that would be hurtful, particularly to the family. And then finally, it talks about endurance, what it is to show stamina, perseverance, what it is to show the kind of character that one is able to be strong, be firm, be steadfast in the things that are important. And so I encourage all of us to think about these qualities and any others that we would ask our men, particularly older men, to model, but also to check ourselves and see where we are so that as a people we are moving toward maturity. God bless you.